Stop kissing her for male attention. It isn't just straight men effing.
That's hot, that's sexy.
Straight women, stop doing it for male attention.
I am bisexual. And porn.
Hello! The fetishisation, I'm not going to be able to say it. It's actually a really important and serious topic and I'm messing up this word. The fetishization of queer women, of women kissing other women, of women being with other women is a serious issue in our society. It wasn't actually until I came out the closet that I realised how bad it is, how sexualized it is, how you can't really be taken seriously. When you come out, it's like, oh, that's hot, that's sexy, as opposed to, let me support you. Quickly, for those of you who watch me all the time, my fringe is even shorter. What do we think? But yeah, the fetishizing, the F word, let's call it the F word now. It isn't just straight men effing, that sounds so bad. Fetishizing queer women. It's straight women too. See, I listened to this podcast about 2 months ago. There were queer women on this podcast and they were talking about women kissing women, other women, for male attention. And they did it in more of like a humorous, light-hearted tone. They highlighted that it's fun for the non-straight women in the situation, the women that are getting kissed and who are not straight. It's fun for them, so why on earth would we spoil the fun by being like, straight women, stop doing it for male attention? Yeah, they were basically saying there was no harm. Now, in some respects, I agree. For some queer women that want to have this experience, this may be their only chance. They may live in a small town or something. So in a way, the straight girl is doing her a favour. But in my opinion, it's the straight girl's intention that determines whether it's right or wrong. There is a chance that the straight girl is doing it for male attention. And if this is the case, it is wrong because it reinforces the idea that women loving women, women being with other women, is all for male pleasure. A performance for the men. I mean, this is certainly something the porn industry has enforced. Every sexual act is for men, even if there's no men involved. What? It's so ridiculous, and preserving this notion is so flipping damaging to the LGBTQ+ community. Where's the harm?
I am bisexual. When I came out to a male friend, he responded with a huge grin and immediately asked if I'd been with a girl. His body language clearly communicated excitement, and it actually immediately made me regret telling him. Instead of making me feel accepted and loved, he made me feel uncomfortable and objectified. It actually has parallels to how I feel when I'm catcalled. Like, it made me feel a similar way to how I feel when I'm walking down the street and a guy just shouts something gross about my appearance and catcalls me. It just made me feel so like invaded and vulnerable. You know, the whole coming out moment is meant to be really empowering. But luckily I had that outside of this experience. But he certainly did not make me feel empowered. He actually made me feel powerless, and somehow made my coming out experience and me opening up to him and me telling him this really quite big part about my identity, he made it about himself and his sexual fantasies. The hyper-sexualization of queer women makes life a lot harder for women like myself, because it sometimes leads to people completely dismissing our sexuality altogether. It leads to situations like the one I encountered with my male friend. Instead of giving me the support that I really craved and wanted from him when I came out to him, he treated it like it was a bit of fun for him and his imagination.
So why did he do that?
Because he thought me coming out as bi was a little spectacle for him to enjoy. He instantly thought me coming out to him was me trying to kind of show off to get some attention. Men are used to sexual acts being for them. Films, sex education at schools, TV shows, and porn has preserved this idea. And sadly, some straight women are preserving this idea too, by kissing their besties in clubs.
What I mean kissing their besties in clubs, not to experience kissing a woman, not for that experience, but actually to show off in front of men, to get their attention. I just want to say this isn't an attack at all. All I want straight women to realise is that kissing other women to impress men is really damaging. It's damaging for queer people. There are so many other ways that you can attract attention from men. So many. Plus, is it even worth it trying to get the attention of a man that's only interested in you if you're kissing another woman? a man that wants to ogle at you snogging another girl? Is that really the kind of man that you want to have in your life? Wouldn't it be better to try and impress a man that is wowed by your intelligence or by your humour? Anyway, I really, really, really want to stress that I'm not saying straight women can't kiss other women. Please, go ahead. That is your business, my darling. Just don't do it to impress men. Your intentions need to be for yourself, for that person, but just don't get a man involved, please. So yeah, kiss her if you want to, babe. Just don't have a sweaty man lingering over you two as you do it. Please subscribe, my little lovelies. I would much appreciate it, and hit the little bell button and like and share and comment, and I will be back on, what day is it? Friday. I'll be back on Friday. Au revoir.